Super Bowling coming up on Super Bowl Sunday. Later, the 50th version of the Gridiron Great. The PBA goes one better. It's the 51st edition of the PBA Tournament of Champions. Ready to roll for the first time ever in the state of Oklahoma. Welcome to Firelake Arena. For the first major title on the 2016 PBA Tour will be awarded live today in the stepladder final round of the Firelake PBA Tournament of Champions. Australian Jason Belmonte was recently named PBA Player of the Year for the third consecutive season. Belmonte is looking for his 6th career PBA major today. It's not called the Tournament of Champions for nothing, as some of bowling's greatest names have won the PBA's signature event. But the last 2 TOC titles reside down under, as the sport's hottest bowler, Aussie Jason Belmonte, is the 2-time reigning champion looking to three-peat. Will Belmo make history one more time?
Here now are your 5 finalists for the Firelake PBA Tournament of Champions. The number 5 seed has won PBA Tour title, looking for his first major win today. From Riverview, Florida, Tom Doherty. The number 4 seed is the 2013 PBA Tour Rookie of the Year. Last year, he captured the 2015 Lubbock Open from Huntington, Indiana, E.J. Tackett. The number 3 seed is the 3-time PBA Player of the Year, looking for his 3rd consecutive Tournament of Champions win. From Australia, Jason Belmonte. The number 2 seed captured the 2015 Cheetah Championship en route to the PBA Rookie of the Year honors, representing Sweden, Jesper Svensson. Our tournament leader has to win only one match today to take home that first place prize of $50,000. Looking for his first career title from Clarksville, Tennessee, give it up for Mitch Beasley. Here again are your 5 finalists for the Firelake PBA Tournament of Champions.
And hello again, everyone. Mike Jakubowski at the PBA Tournament of Champions. Among the storylines today in the top 5, youth is alive and well on the PBA Tour. 2 recent Rookies of the Year, E.J. Tackett, and the current and reigning Harry Golden PBA Rookie of the Year, Jesper Svensson. Tom Doherty, one of the most memorable matches in Tournament of Champions history. Doherty here today looking for his first major. And another historic opportunity for Jason Belmonte. And joined now by PBA Hall of Famer Randy Peterson. Randy, they taught us in journalism school, never bury the lead. The lead is the tournament leader, Mitch Beasley.
Absolutely. Mitch Beasley put on quite the show at this year's TSC. You know, Mike, when I bowled the Tournament of Champions, I always felt it was the easiest tournament to make it to match play, but the toughest once you got there, because all of your opponents were PBA champions. Mitch Beasley set a record this week at the TSC in match play. He went 23-1 in tournament match play. In fact, the last 8 games Friday night, he went 8-0 to secure the number 1 seed. You know, MJ, interestingly enough, he didn't pick up a bowling ball until age 19 when he was stationed in Germany in the Air Force. He honed his craft with the PBA Regional Tour, winning 20 of those. And today, at age 47, Mitch Beasley is 1 game away, 1 win away from capturing a national title, a major. It's just an incredible story.
Mitch Beasley, the top of the stepladder final, and Jason Belmonte is third. Jesper Svensson is second. Our opening match features E.J. Tackett and Tom Dory, the subject of that memorable Tournament of Champions match.
2011 against Mika Koivuniemi, it seemed like he split every other shot. In the 10th frame, he leaves the big four. He needs 2 to shoot 100. He loses 299 to 100, but you know what? To his credit, he owned that moment.
Good for $50,000. And Doherty earning the Scorpion Championship for his first title, standing by right now with Kimberly Pressler.
Thanks, guys. Tom, we just saw that video of the infamous 100-pin game that you had back at the TOC 5 years ago, and you smiled the entire time. What is the lasting impression you have on that moment?
You know, I handled it the best I could. I had a bad day. Make the most of it. Made me a better person, better bowler. So next time I was on TV, it definitely helped me.
Well, when you made the telecast here, you got a bit of an interesting message, encouraging what I would say. Who's it from and what did it say?
Yeah, halfway across the world, Mika sent me a message telling me good bowling. And he said, no matter what happens today, our record is safe. So only can go up from here, so we'll see what happens.
You could only go up from here. Good luck to you today, Tom. Guys, it looks like Tom is ready to make some new and better memories here at the TOC.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that he's probably going to bowl more than 100 today. As we take a look at the Tournament of Champions oil pattern, 39 feet in length, played a little bit different over at Firelake Bowling Center than it does here in the arena. A little bit more friction here in the big house, if you will.
Doherty got a text from Mika Koivuniemi, who won that Tournament of Champions, and said, I think our record is safe. Out at the Tournament of Champions belongs to Tom Doherty. 10-50.
Opening match, first shot, and Tom Doherty is already inside of the middle arrow, which means that I predict by the second or third game today, the players will be lofting the left gutter cap.
Was certainly the subject of conversation yesterday at the practice session held here at the Firelake Arena.
It's nice out here.
Clean frame for Tom Doherty. Spare on the board, and now E.J. Tackett out of Huntington, Indiana. One career PBA Tour title, looking for his first major today. He was the tournament leader at the World Championship and had a terrible time on television. And now, instead of the top of the step out, E.J. begins today. Big move on the back end. Strike 4, Tackett. If a player leaves and converts the 7-10 split on today's show, he will earn the $100,000 Ultimate Spare bonus, courtesy of Ultimate Bowling.
That first shot on the right lane for E.J. Tackett, he's actually further left than Tom Doherty. That ball went so far out. Looked like it was going out for burger and fries and came back with steak and baked potato. Really opening up this oil pattern early.
First crack to the left lane for Tackett. And similar result, a flat 10.
Check out this messenger that goes so far in front, it comes out, gets hit, the head pin gets hit by another pin and actually comes out on the other side of the sweep. 7-10 standing, except that pin there is in the gutter.
That doesn't count.
No, it doesn't.
EJ is learning how he reacts, Randy, and that also affects how his ball reacts.
Well, there's many touring players out here that say he's probably the most talented player with his body style, his size, and what he can do to a bowling ball. I mean, he can put as much power using his thumb as the two-handed players can, not using their thumb.
He hear a lot, but yeah.
He can really do a lot of things with that release. As we take a look now, Tom Doherty, right lane.
And 6 kicked out, makes it a bit tougher on the spare. It's the baby split, the 3-10.
Unlucky. Tom's angles through the front part of the lane much straighter than E.J. Tackett. As you can see that, no thumb release there. Tom Doherty uses that right wrist, kind of cups the bowling ball on it. And then the bad break there, chipping the 6 out, leaving the 310.
And an open frame for Doherty. And a look at Tom Doherty's arsenal. The Arson High Flare Solid in his hand. It's an 8.5. That's a hook rating on a scale of 10, indicating hook potential. So he's going near the top of his bag in terms of ball strength. Mixing strike for Doherty. Fist to palm, 10 down.
Catches that Wally hit after the open frame in the second. Let's see if EJ Tackett now can double up here. First 2 shots, both in the pocket. Strike in the first. Wild messenger in the second. Just want you to watch how hard he explodes at the release point.
Tackett, strong mind, avoids the 4-9, just the 4.
That one wasn't quite as angular, a little bit straighter up the boards, and it goes just a pinch high as we take a look from profile. Cupped wrist, and then that massive snapping of the elbow and wrist, and that open hand release. You know, back in the day, everybody was taught to lift on the bowling ball. You had to lift it. You had to feel your fingers. Well, that was back in the 70s, 80s. It worked then, but with the addition of the new equipment, that's changed. Now it's an open hand release. You never want to feel your fingers at release. You want to get that hand open and snap it open real quick at the bottom. That's what creates revolutions. So we take a look at some of the stuff that EJ has done entering the televised finals today.
An 0-3 with a 166 average, looking to improve and win on television, and 6 gets the 10 there.
You know, it's all about progression, and we've seen so many players go through it. Mike, EJ Tackett obviously knows how to make it to match play, knows how to make it to television, still has to learn how to bowl and win on television.
That is a tough process. Same process Tom Doherty went through with the unauspicious 100 game, but he came back to win a PBA Tour title, now contending for a major 4th frame. And a double for Doherty.
And he cuts the deficit to 2. Tom Doherty at release, his hand much more up the back of the bowling ball. Watch this right there. You see how he's rolling it more. EJ Tackett's creating a little bit more side rotation. That's what enables his ball to cover more ground.
Speaking with Tom, confidence is at the top of his game. He's been through so much in the past during the run of this tournament, the ups and downs through qualifying and match play here. And Doherty continues to smile and laugh and have fun. Not having fun there, and another baby split.
Well, that was full yank right there. Just missed target left, and not enough oil in the middle part of the lane to hold that ball off. Another 310, and Tom Doherty disgusted with that shot.
And missed him twice.
Kidding me.
Doherty, normally a superior split converter.
Yeah.
Unusual to see him miss 2 baby splits.
Real good spare shooter. Remember, in his win, he made a couple of splits, 2-4-10 combinations and whatnot. Very surprised that he would miss both of those 310 attempts. Now EJ Tackett has a chance to go up 36 with 2 more strikes.
Given an opportunity, can he step on the gas? 5th frame. Powerful strike.
EJ Tackett recently went to 16 pounds. He said, you know, it helps me to get a little bit slower hand at the bottom of the swing, but it also creates a bigger flat spot.
Firelake PBA Tournament of Champions, 77 champions qualified for 24 games, advancing to match play, 3 rounds of round-robin match play, and the top 5, after all the bonus pins were tallied, have advanced here today. E.J. Tackett, double working 26-pin lead opening match at the Tournament of Champions. Mixing strike. That's a confidence builder for Tackett. Pro bowling without a thumb in the ball is one of the biggest trends in the sport. We will examine 3 different approaches after the break. Built as the Santa Fe Depot in 1903, the Shawnee train station was fueled by growth in the railroad industry.
Mike J., you're a model train enthusiast, aren't you?
I am. My model trains compete with my Hot Wheels.
That's awesome.
Extra frame tournament highlights competed at Firelake Bowling Center. Qualifying in match play live on Extra Frame. Mitch Beasley earned the #1 seed by virtue of going 8-0 Friday night match play.
He would defeat Jesper Svensson 269-259 as those players retained their #1 and 2 positions.
Jason Belmonte will seek his 3rd straight Tournament of Champions win from the #3 seed.
Jason defeated E.J. Tackett 247-238, and they remained 3rd and 4th respectively. But the highlight of the evening was Dom Barrett and Brad Angelo. Matchup was incredible. Coming down to the 10th frame, Dom Barrett striking out, forcing Angelo to strike out to make the show. He gets the first hit. He leads the 2-4-10. Now it's up to Tom Doherty. He must mark first ball in the 10th frame to make the telecast. Trip 2-pin. Tom Doherty, your 5th seed.
Tom Doherty, the benefit of that filled frame, making it, and that heat coming from Barrett and Angelo in the 7-8 matchup.
Position round pair that he bowled on with Kyle Troop, incredibly difficult.
Sixth frame for Doherty. Little tight, crumbles the 4-9.
Got up on his toes a little bit there on that shot. Let's take a look at our track tech talk. We have 3 players on the telecast today that don't use their thumb. I'm going to show you 3 different ways on how to do it. Tom Doherty to your left there, you can see his setup. Tom Doherty, there's his position halfway back. Now let's take a look at the 2-handers. Belmonte, left shoulder much more forward. That looks like the mirror image of Belmonte. Now that arm, wrist, everything straightens out at the bottom of the swing. I like to think of it as throwing a yo-yo. And the faster you can snap the elbow and the wrist open, the more revolutions you put on the bowling ball.
Key shot for Doherty, 7th frame, needs a double.
Come on, baby.
The 70.
It's early. Let's go.
Deeper.
Right now, in his mind, he thinks he has to strike out to have any chance of advancing. His max score 233 with that strike there. Beautiful shot. Like he gave this one a little bit more room to the right, maybe a little bit more side rotation.
E.J. Tackett, 3 strikes working. Everyone at Oak Lanes in Huntington, Indiana, cheering him on. Wide path, drives him straight back. Hembo.
This might be the telecast that E.J. Tackett proves to the rest of the bowling world that he can win. And the reason why I say that is because he has a great ball reaction to start with right now as we take a look at his arsenal using Octane. But if he can stay ahead of transition, follow the transition, he may have a chance to run the ladder and win his first major.
And speaking with EJ, he's confounded. He can dominate qualifying, he can win match play, and he's confounded by why he operates differently in this environment, trying to learn how it reacts him and how it reacts to that ball. 8th frame. 6 around the 10.
Well, the players are so deep right now in game one, it's going to come down to a question of, are they going to run out of room? Once they get to where they're lofting it, you can see his laydown is already around 35. So there's only 39 boards on the lane. He's only got about 4 more inches before he has to start getting some air under that ball.
10-pin conversion, and a good way to do it. He really inverts his wrist.
Yeah, he almost throws a borderline backup ball at it. But you know, again, it's all about staying ahead of the transition. And if you have to make a ball change, make the right one.
Tom Doherty's heart rate from 74 doubling. And he gets the 6 to slap to 10.
He can strike out and force EJ to throw another double. EJ right now in the high 220s.
Get this one. Come on. Make him earn it. Let's go. All right.
Doherty owns and
Let's go.
operates
Come on.
the Hall of Fame Pro Shops in Central Florida. Bowls out of Oakfield Lanes in Brandon, Florida. And he says that his knowledge as a player gives him better insight in the pro shop. Foundation frame.
Peel, peel, peel.
Peels off the teal. Four-bagger for Doherty.
Definitely going around the side of the ball more. You could see a difference in rotation. Talked to him last night. He said, hey, when you're changing ball rules, how do you do it? He says, I just go by feel.
Peel, peel, peel.
Doherty will give you everything he's got. And now EJ Tackett, spare working, 9th frame. He's got a 15-pin lead, looking to advance along the stepladder. Winner gets Jason Belmonte. In the nose, and he gets a baby split.
You know what, Mike? I was waiting for that to happen, not anticipating the move. That looked like a good shot that just overhooked. It may have been just a little bit inside of target, but right now EJ Tackett looks to stay ahead in this match by converting the 310. We haven't seen it made yet in this first match.
Rolls the wrist over and picks up the 310. And Tom Doherty wishes he had picked up the baby split.
Well, TD missed it twice, and EJ finally makes it, and there is your hammer tough spare replay.
And that is indicative of Tom Doherty. It was in the heat of the position round battle, and he was battling, trying to stay in, and he was still talking with Jesper Svensson, offering him a high five when a good shot was made. Doherty has the ability to internalize what he needs to do, but he still has fun while he does it.
Yeah. 2 strikes, 8 pins. He shuts out Tom Doherty.
Messenger no.
Wait, we have a match. EJ throws a great shot here. Well, this ball pushes right. He didn't do that on the right lane. Gives Tom Doherty an opening.
Spare fill 225 max for EJ Tackett. Again, note the wrist position here. Straighten out that ball and pick up that 10-pin.
His strike ball's got about 550 revolutions on it. His spare ball's got about 12.
And another re-rack for Tackett. Good play for a couple of reasons here.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you want to gather yourself, but the longer you can make your opponent sit, I think that's an advantage as well.
Mentioned the strong family support back at home. Ed Tackett is here, EJ's father. That one gets wide, just a 6 count. 221.
And that's a big mistake, because now Doherty can strike on the first ball and get 9 and win. Strike 9 spare, he wins by 1 because of the loss of count there.
Doherty quickly
Big mistake.
in position, strike to advance. And will do it again. Go through the pre-shot routine. Couple of open frames, but Doherty, with 6 of 7 strikes, puts himself in a position to advance.
Taking a lot of time.
Nope.
No!
How about, oh yeah!
9 spare wins it. Another strike wins it.
That was
He
all
let,
ball.
he let go of it and he said, nope. This ball holds line. Great character.
Started at a calm 74, Randy, and anybody's pulse would be up to 162 and beyond. Doherty for the win to advance.
They were good.
10 falls down. Doherty, despite 2 open frames, advances in the Tournament of Champions.
And E.J. Tackett once again snake bit on television. Well, this is why you want to put speed and revolutions on a bowling ball. It's for pin carry. Tried a different ball there, but it's over.
Tom Doherty, 231-221 winner over E.J. Tackett. 2015 PBA Player Awards and the 2016 Hall of Fame inductions began the Tournament of Champions week. Check out highlights of that when we come back. Firelake Arena in Shawnee, Oklahoma, site of the Tournament of Champions. And here's our Barbasol close shave of the day. Tom Doherty advancing. Good. And shaving the 10 pin. Tom Doherty advances. Final score 231-221. Moving along the stepladder and will face two-hander Jason Belmonte. Svensson and Beasley yet to come. Tournament of Champions week kicked off at the Grand Casino Hotel with the PBA Hall of Fame induction dinner. Randy, always a special evening as the greatest of the great get together to honor the greatest.
I have fond memories of my first Tournament of Champions dinner. It was actually 30 years ago at the Tangiers in Akron, Ohio.
Ed Godbout winning the Steve Nagy, going to Josh Blanchard. Jesper Svensson, the Rookie of the Year. And for the 3rd straight time, Jason Belmonte, the Chris Schenkel PBA Player of the Year. And Ed Godbout winning the Tony Reyes Community Service Award, all 4 of the 2015 class of PBA award winners. Hosted by the great Nelson Burton Jr. Pete Couture, elected to the Hall of Fame for his exploits on the PBA 50 Tour. Denny Schreiner, the voice of the PBA on ESPN in the late 80s and early 90s. And the Southern gentleman, Harry O'Neill.
That's Harry O'Neill. He's one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. He used to just rule our region, and when I say rule, I use that term loosely.
The PBA Tour Commissioner with new Hall of Famer Pete Couture, who actually had quite a nice PBA Tour career as well. Jason Belmonte, can he do it 3 times in a row? 3-time Player of the Year in competition for his 3rd straight Tournament of Champions title. He'll take on Doherty next.